Hey everyone, what's going on? So the third month is over. I'm currently just have begun the fourth month, and there's four things that I want to talk about which have happened over the past month. So first of all, just a brief rundown on the third month, how I went, what I've learned and how I'm going to be implementing it, the psychology aspect of what's changed this month, and my goals for the rest of the year, maybe the quarter, but we'll see. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is the profit and loss of this month. So this month, in terms of dollar amounts, I made a small loss, but I'm not concerned about that. I'm more concerned about the pips that I catch. So I actually ended the month in an overall positive with the pips, which is good. So I'm not too sure, and I haven't given it much thought about why my dollar amount is in the negative if my pips is in the positive. I think if I think it out, it will make sense. I guess that's just for every trade. I'm not placing trades based on pips. It's more so the dollar amount for the stop loss. For example, it would be the 1% risk of my total equity. That's a dollar amount. That's not the pips. So that's probably why it's a little bit imbalanced, but yeah, so we'll get to it. As you can see, I was trading quite a lot in the first couple days of the month. This is where I made a couple of losses in the beginning, made a couple of wins, and then a couple of losses. I slowed down a little bit because during this area here, I was thinking, I was re-strategizing, I was wondering what I was doing wrong, and I was doing a lot more analysis and figuring out what was happening and what was going wrong. Now I know what was happening, but I will talk about that in the next part of the video. So yeah, as you can see, started slowing down towards the end of the month, and over the past maybe week or so, for the last week of the month, started trading a little bit more. Now I did place a couple trades here in the last part of the month, but the trades are still running, so you won't see those at the moment, but I might run through them. So yeah, I'm happy with the third month. It's going good. I made some mistakes, but I know what I did wrong. I know what I need to work on and fix on for this month. Okay, so in terms of my psychology, I've made a few changes. The main one being that I'm going to be trading more fluid. Now, what does this mean? It means that I'm not going to be so strict and structured with my trading anymore. Before, the way I would do my trade is, okay, confluences line up, it's fitting my trading plan, I'm going to enter with a set stop loss and set take profit. Now, to eliminate anxiety and the need to check the charts all the time, I would say, okay, I'm confident in this trade. If it wins, it wins. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I would just leave it, and I wouldn't check it until I get the notification on my phone saying the trade has finished. The changes that I'm going to make is I'm not going to let that happen anymore. Instead, I'm going to be paying more attention to the market structure. So just say I place a trade with my stop loss and my take profit. If I see that price has gone up and I'm in profits, and it seems to if it shows that market structure is starting to consolidate and it breaks through the other way, then I'm exiting the trade. I'm cutting out there. I'm going to take my profits where it makes the most sense to take them, because there's no point holding on to a trade if just because you think it's going to hit somewhere doesn't mean that it will. It's more so reacting to the market more so than predicting and expecting it to do something. So that's the main difference. Instead of trading from a place of expecting the market to do something because I've seen confluences line up, I'm going to start reacting to it more, if that makes sense. Now also, I've decided to eliminate my monthly and my weekly targets. I've realized that this does play a role in my psychology, the anxiety a little bit, just because, just say I'm doing okay throughout the month, and now 1 week to the end of the month is approaching. I like to track my trades, my profits and losses and stuff, by the month and also by the week. But if I see that the end of the month is coming or the end of the week, now that makes me want to rush more trades, because obviously I want to end the week with as much profit as I can, or end the month with as much profit as I can. So if I see that the month or week is ending and I'm not doing too well, or I'm pretty break even, it's going to make me rush and be like, okay, I've got to hit more trades, and it starts playing with my psychology a little bit. I'm a little bit more rushed. I'm a little bit more less grounded. It's it's just not great, and I've realized that over the past couple of months. I always get the most anxiety and need to trade towards the end of every month, or usually towards the end of the week, usually around Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So the thing is, I'm not consistently profitable yet, so I don't think it makes sense to be tracking profits. It's more so just focusing on executing good trades consistently. And once I can do that, then I'm going to place my weekly and monthly targets and try and hit those. Now, I have a few goals for the year. This is my little trading journal thing. I wrote some targets for myself about 2 months ago. So yeah, I got 10 goals here which I want to complete. They range from short to long-term goals. So the first 4 is the short-term goals, so I'll list them here. It's to take notes on every Astro FX Technical Tuesday video. The second one is to have a profitable month, which I achieved last month. The third goal is to be able to come back into overall profits, and the fourth goal is to make $100 in net profits. So those are my short-term goals, and I want to complete them sometime by the end of the year, which I think is completely realistic if I stick to what I'm doing now. I think I'm working pretty well. I think things are going decent. I'm definitely learning more. Yeah, things are going well. Okay, so now it's time to talk about my trades. Currently, I'm in 4 trades, as you can see here. So I'm currently long on gold to about 1800. With AU, I'm long as well, as you can see here. I've got my target I'm trying to hit. GU, I was expecting it to drop. So I've entered the trade twice, so I've scaled in. Now, I don't think I've done much scaling before, but I think this would be a good opportunity. So my first trade is this big box here. So entered around here, 1.243. And my target down here is just at this next level. But I saw price drop, but then there was also the retracement. So it retraced up, and then I entered again. This box here. So yeah, entered there, and I'm just going to try and just sort of scalping this trade, I guess, with that scale in. So yeah, I'm in on that trade at there, and with GA also expecting a short. So I can actually talk about each of these trades and why I took them, so that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, I do tend to make most of my trades towards the end of the week because that's when I want to finish off my goals and stuff. I hit the numbers, but this week I decided not to. This week is just by pure coincidence. I made all my trades on Thursday, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, so with GU, that was a Mamba FX signal. I actually did close this trade in the end and caught 97 pips on that. Then I I entered the trade again, and here you go. So it pulled up into the fib zone. I don't have that shown here, I don't think. No, okay. So there was a fib zone on here. It pulled back into that. Overall downtrend on the larger time frames, and it was making an impulse move on the 4 hour. So I think it's just on this one. So yeah, so it was about to push down. Reasons for exiting, I haven't yet because I'm still in the trade. Now for gold. So the main reason why I entered gold is because it was consolidating. It was in a box. Now it broke out of the box, came down and retested, and then boom, I placed my trade, and that's where I'm entering. So yeah, broke structure to the upside, and it had good fundamentals too. I'm pretty sure everyone's looking for gold to hit 1,800 and possibly surpass, but we'll see what happens. Apparently there were 2 Thursdays. Okay, my bad. Yeah, so for AU, I saw this pattern here, so it's like the triangle. Also had this bit of support here. Now it broke the triangle to the upside, and yeah, broke out, retested. Now this yellow zone here is actually the fib zone. So yeah, touched down. The bottom part of the yellow box is the 0.618. So as you can see here, it touched onto that and it started to come back up. Hit the support as well. And okay, yesterday's trade. Then yesterday's trade is today's trade. I just scaled into my trade which I made on Thursday. So yeah, those are the trades that I'm currently in, and briefly why I'm in them. If there's not enough explaining, then you can actually look at my charts, analyze what I've been doing. Yeah, so those have been my trades. Forgot to record. No. Okay, yeah. So that's it for that. Catch you guys in the next one.